To make your bag, you'll need a front and a back. You'll also need an inside lining. This you'll need to have a front and a back of this as well. You'll need your zip for your pocket and your pocket piece. First of all, you need to transfer your pattern markings. These are dots along the side of your pattern. Use the erasable marker for these. There's 2 along here for the pleat at the base of your bag, another 2 here, and this 1 here and 1 near the top. You need to do this on both sides of your pieces, so make sure they come through to the back. On your bag you need to do the same. I've used chalk for this. You can just vaguely see it because I have a dark coloured bag. Make sure that you do the reverse side as well. There's 2 there. To start with your pocket, get your zip and put that down on your fabric. Cut your pocket the same size as your zip and then as deep as you'd like to make your pocket. Get one of your lining pieces that you're going to put the pocket in and put your zip about 10 centimeters from the top of your bag. Make sure you're in the center of your bag. You need a ruler and a pen. You'll need to rule a line the length of your zip, starting from each metal piece to each other end, from here to here. Rule 1 centimeter at each side and line down the middle with a little V cut on each end. You're going to cut along this line here now and through both the V's at each end. You need to be very accurate with your cutting. This is what this is going to look like. Then you need to go to the iron and iron this little edge down, this one across. It's a bit tricky here. This edge on that line that you ruled and this one here on the line you ruled. So use the iron to do this. Next you need to turn this piece of lining over, put your zip down and place the lining on top of the zip. The zip should show through the little hole that you've ironed. Now you need to pin this in place and you're going to sew really close to your pinned edge. Both of the metal parts of the zip should be showing through your hole at each end. When this is pinned, it will look like this. You're going to sew now as close as you can to the edge. Do a corner here and here and then back around another corner back to where you started. You may need to use a zipper foot to do this. This is what your stitching should look like when you've finished. This is called a concealed zip. Now we need to turn this over and get our pocket piece. I've used a dark piece of stitching there so that you can see. Get your pocket piece and put it over the top of your zip, about a seam allowance hanging over the top. Check that you're straight. Pin this in place, and when you stitch, you'll stitch on a 1.5 centimeter seam allowance around this piece. This will make a concealed pocket on the inside of your bag. Make sure you do really nice corners and some back stitch. So we're going to stitch around this. We'll start here, go along the top, turn along the bottom, corner, corner and back up again, back stitch. Now check to see that your pocket works. You can just see my stitching around the outside there. This is a really neat type of pocket to use. Now you're going to start sewing your lining pieces together. Put them on top of each other with the right sides together. Start on the side and you go to one of your pattern markings down the side, this one here. Put your pin in there to start. We're going to sew around here now to sew up the bottom part of our bag. Put your pins all the way around. And when we stitch this, we're going to use a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance and make sure your stitch is on 2.8. So we put our last pin on top of the pattern marking there. Make sure you have a back stitch and stitch all the way around. Right around to the last pin and put another back stitch in. Now get your bag pieces and we're going to sew those together in the same way. Start with a pin at the first pattern marking, pin all the way around until you get to this pattern marking here again and back stitch. Now we need to get both of these pieces and go to the iron and iron down the top part one seam allowance, so that's 1.5 centimetres on both sides of your lining. Do the same to your bag. Fold down 1.5 centimetres here and also fold down 1.5 centimetres here. Give these a really good iron. Now you need to make sure that you do it on the other side of your bag as well. Fold down 1.5 centimetres, 1.5 centimetres, and again here to your bag, 1.5 centimetres and 1.5 centimetres. Now we're going to sew the pleats at the base of our bag. We'll have two pattern markings here where the pleats are. Join the two pattern markings on top of each other. Turn your bag in the right way. Keeping these two pieces together. Now you'll be able to see them a bit more clearly and put the two dots on top of each other. Put a pin in here so the pleat is facing towards the side of your bag here. Do the same on the other side of your bag. Find the two pattern markings and join them together to form a pleat. Carefully put them on top of each other and fold the pleat so that it faces towards the side of your bag. Pin this and you'll stitch in the ditch to hold it in place here and here. You'll do the same to your bag piece. When you've done this, take the side of your bag and find the top pattern marking. Fold down here and put a pin where this comes to. Pin the rest of the way up. This is already folded, this piece, you ironed it earlier. Do the same on the other side. Find your top pattern marking and fold and place a pin where the raw edge meets. Do the same on the other side. Fold on the pattern marking and put some pins in down the side. This time I'm doing it the other way. Fold on the pattern marking and this will show you where the last pin needs to be. You're going to stitch this as close to the folded edge as you can from here to here and back stitch. Do this on all four pieces. Now we're going to join the bags together. Put your lining inside out and put it inside your bag. Your bag will be in the right way. Join up the sides of your bags. This will be where the folded edge and the top of the stitching meets in the corners here. This could be a bit tricky, so spend a bit of time getting all the edges together. When you've got it in the right place, it will sit quite easily. When you stitch this down, you're going to stitch really, really close to the edge. So, we're going to leave about 3 centimetres here and then start stitching down and back up and leave 3 centimetres from the edge of your lining. Now we're going to do the casing part. This part here of the lining we're going to fold under about 1 centimetre. You'll need to iron this. So this will be folded down 1 centimetre, and then we'll fold our casing down over the top on the fold line and then flip our folded lining over the top of the casing. Pin this along the edge. When we stitch this, we're going to stitch very close to the edge of our lining. We'll go right along and then back down the side and meet up with our stitching that we'd done previously. So, stitching along here, fix up the little corner there, around the corner and down to where, meeting up with our stitching we've done previously. This is what your stitching should look like. Keep it as close to the edge of the lining as you can. This is the hole now, the casing, where we're going to put the cord for our strap. If you put some sticky tape around the edge of the cord, you'll be able to thread it through. You'll need to join the cord pieces together and then gather them around to form your bag strap. Now you're finished. Well done.